Good morning, everybody. It's me and Tippy here. He just had his Lasix tablet, and he's getting to where he's taking the medicine a bit better because I give him lots of extra love after he has his medicine each time. I spend time with him, and he's actually been playing the little tunnel that we bought with Howard's gift card. And I say Howard's gift card because that's what the lady told Scott, that she bought the gift card for Howard. But they've been playing together in the tunnel, which is awesome. But yesterday I got my Thrift books order in. And the reason I did a Thrift books order is they were offering 75 points with an order. And if you order a certain amount, you got free shipping. So I paid like $35 for all of the books I got. And then I got an email that said I could pick up to a $6 book. So I just looked for a book at $5. It looked interesting to me. And all I had to pay for that was the shipping, $1.49. So, or $1.69. I don't have that book yet. It's due, I think, on Tuesday. But I was just going to share the ones I got with my original order. Hi, Teresa. So I got this fabulous fabric art with Luchador, which this is a product I've never heard of. So I'm going to do some research about it. There is a thing on the inside not to share what's in the book without written consent from the publisher. So I'm just going to show you the cover on this one and probably just the cover on each one instead of doing a flip through. I'm sorry, but they're getting very, and it's understandable. They don't want you to give away their ideas. They want you to buy the book as well. But I'll show you the front and the back cover. That product is like a cross between paper and fabric. You can sew it. You can do all different things with it. And I think they used ink on it here. And it just looks cool. So I'm going to see if I can find some of that and maybe do some of the projects in here. It says free Luchador included, but oh, there is a piece. There is some pieces in here. I will show you what it looks like. It looks like a non-fusible stiff interfacing to me, but you can see it's real fibrous. So I'm going to see if that's available here because all that I could find to get it was like you pay by the pound instead of the dollar. So I'm thinking that's a UK product. So I'm not sure where I would find this. They do mention that you can find it in quilt stores. So I might look for it. But it can be painted. It can be, you can do all kinds of stuff with it and then sew it onto a project or glue it onto a project. It just looked interesting. But the cover is what got me, is because look at this project. They've made like building blocks with it. They would probably be soft and cushy. And it looks like you can print on it. I haven't read the whole thing. It's for quilting, paper crafts, mixed media. There's 27 techniques and 14 projects in here. So I got that one. And then this one caught my eye just for the cover because isn't this bird adorable? It's called Joyful Stitching. And it makes you think about your embroidery, slow stitch, whatever, in a little bit different way, kind of more quirky. And this is the lovely lady on the back. And look at that picture. That's all stitched in fabric pieces there. That is gorgeous. You could do your own handprint. That would be fun to do. That could be a fun swap. Do each other's handprints and then we could mail one to each other for any of you stitchers out there. I think that would be a fun share. Because then you could put it in a shadow box or in a frame, depending on how dimensional it was, and put the handprints in a circle. I think that would be really cute. Or even just done up in the squares like this and sew them together and make a wall hanging of our hands from one to the other. Just ideas. I'm trying not to do any swaps or anything unless, you know, it really interests me, because my focus is really to use what I have. And I figured this would help me use all that embroidery floss I've been buying up. And the heart made me think of Janet Nash. Look at that. And they've done a heart and then they put it on a circle. So you could almost make Christmas ornaments like this and share at Christmas. I know, but it was really clear in here, I'm not to share anything without written consent from the publisher, which I understand what you're saying, Teresa, and I agree. I'm going to show the hand. I haven't read their rules, but I'm going to show the hand. See how they did the hand? I just think that could be a fun project to share with each other. Decide on kind of a size of square. This one, Fabric Art Workshop, exploring techniques, materials, and fabric for fabric artists and quilters. And this one's another one. You combine probably inking, paint, and stitching. And this one, they've also done fiber work where you put it between layers, probably of water-soluble stabilizer. And then once you get it stitched together, you put that in water and the stabilizer just melts away. So yeah. And this was originally bought at a Ben Franklin store for $22.95. I didn't pay $22.95. All my books were about $6 or $7 on thrift books. That's why I love thrift books. I don't mind used books at all. This one, for some reason, smells like garlic, like somebody Italian had it. I opened the package and it smelled really strong of garlic. And this still smells strong of garlic. It's really kind of weird. Very much smells like strongly of garlic. Like there could be some garlic bread sitting right here next to me. That's what this book smells like. So that was another one. This one's by Susan Stein. And I just thought those leaves were stunning. And then the last one I picked up is just a little book. It's called Wild Women Brooches. And this one looked really cute. I need to find some of the beads that look like faces. They don't seem to make those anymore. I know, garlic bread, yum. But I'm going to show you the Dreamer. Look at that brooch. Wouldn't that be fun to make? That would make another fun swap. There's so many things that could be swapped and mailed easily. Although I was watching the young man that has like an antiques business up in Canada, and he said to mail things to the States has become a real nightmare for him. And he lost a $5,000 sale because the package was sent back to him and he had to refund to the man because of the hoops you have to. He's like, there's a pile of paperwork, and the people receiving packages from Canada now have to pay a duty fee on anything that he mails to them, and they have to pay the duty fee before the package will be delivered. And I know that in like UK and Africa that they have to pay duty taxes when things come in from another country too. So it's all gone crazy. But these are really cute. Look at this one with the sun face. Now I have a mold that I could do like paper beads or polymer clay little faces. So that might be something I can look into. I would have to just glue the face on because the paper and the clay would be hard to make holes to sew it on. But that was just a cute little book. And isn't she cute on the back? And I don't know where they get the arms and legs either. Good morning. So that was my my books that I just got from Thrift Books here. Ta-da! Oops. Ta-da! And when my freebie book comes in, I'll show it during a live or something. But I wanted to share that real quick. I'm working on laundry, been putting it off. I got a little discombobulated toward the end of the week and just wasn't feeling very social or anything. And I hope everybody understands. I needed to process everything. Yeah, I'll have to keep a lookout for jewelry making type stuff. We have a place over on Rosewood Drive in Columbia called Swiftwater Beads. They might have the little beads with the faces on them. I don't know if Hobby Lobby has, yeah, they have jewelry making, but I just don't like to go in there. I just don't care for Hobby Lobby. So that's all I was going to share. I need to get to work on my dishcloths. I'm a day behind. The knitting ones take me longer because I'm not a knitter, and crocheting just naturally goes faster. So I will talk with y'all later. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.